Hi guys, so we will go to the second uh, second part of the of this training series, which is to compute or to dissect the drivers of growth from year to year over the different part. So from the DAX and Power BI perspective, we only need to derive the measures, derive the PVM scale, and then derive the waterfall measure for on top of the scale, and then we are done. But then from uh, the FDD perspective or the perspective in general, we have to break it or we have to split the overall waterfall or the overall PVM chart into the different scales. So for example, like the overall one, and then the regional one, and the cohort one, and then maybe from the different segment, customer segment as well. So that's the difference between in terms of like usage. But we focus on the Power BI in this case. The first thing we need to do is just to derive the scale and then derive the dynamic measures. I will show you the measure later, and then I will explain the steps in the measures. Okay, so in terms of math, this one is quite important. Normally, when I do Power BI, I don't do the math expression in the different uh, separate section, but then in PVM is very special, and then I want to discuss with you the math, because later if you have to do like the customized version of the PVM, then you know how to derive the formula yourself. Okay, so let us start with the generic solution like this with the P, which is a price difference, V, which is a volume difference, and M, which is a mix difference. Okay, so uh, in this case, we define the difference in price is we fix the volume in the year one, and then we compare the price between the year one and then year two. So if the price is the same over the years, then this one will be zero, so no difference. Okay, so you can see the difference in price here. This one is the price in the second year. This one is the price in the first year, and then the different win price will be this one. Okay, so the same thing as the volume as well. So if you have the volume in the first year, the volume in the second year, and then you take the difference between the volume in the years, and then multiply by the price in the first year, and then you will have, which is this one, and then this one, and then you have the difference in volume. So the difference in the mixture of both, so it depends on whatever you want to capture in this view, then it will be computed by this formula. So even when in the first year, when the price is zero, and then the volume is zero, and then the mix will be actually this amount. Okay, so this one will be zero, uh, assuming that your business started in the previous year with without any volume and then without any price. Okay, so in terms of math, you have to check out everything. Have to check out into this V2 P2. So in this case, the difference in between the two years will be the V2 P2, which is the sale in the year two, and then in year one, which is the P1 V1, and then the sale in year one. So if you total the sale of year one, different in price, different in volume, and different in mix, you will get these numbers, and then you will see this one cancel this one, so you don't have to take them into the consideration in the next step. you see when you expand this formula is this formula in we you get this one, and then you can see this one cancels this one, this cancels this, and then this cancels it, and at the end of the day you only have this one in total, which is which essentially mean that the difference in the 2 year is the DP, dV, and then dm. Okay, so that's what you need to check whenever you derive a new formula. You have to check this. Okay, so similar like when you derive the you add a forex inside this one, it becomes a PVMX, or you add like a number of users in this case, which is the volume, and then number of stores. And in this case, you have to check this formula as well. Okay, so that's the math, and then the steps in this project, and then we use the same input table from the previous projects, which is project GPM. Okay, so moving to the input data, I won't repeat those two steps anymore. So you have the step number one, which is to import the POS data, or in this case the GPM data, and then you derive the key measures: sale, COGS, GP, GPM, volume, and then average bucket size, which ABS. And then step two will be to define the COA, which is a chartable count, and then define the master measure on top of the scatter measure here, and then on top of the COA as well. Okay, so that's can, and then we draw this one, and then we check the revenue to match the input data, and then the COGS also match input data, and then we can have the template like this. Okay, so that's the input. Now normally the request on the PVM waterfall chart will be on top of this one, meaning that you have to add something in here to compute the PVM. So the PVM formula is quite standard, and let me copy the PVM formula mm, here, and then I explain step by step for you. Okay, so the first one I want to do is just to go to the modeling, and then new table, and then I copy the PVM formula in here, and then I switch to the tabular mode to explain the formula. Okay, so let us return step one first. So this one is just the current year and the next year of the PVM of the year-on-year analysis. This one you have to match the current year, which is FY23, with the next, because for PVM logic, when you display FY23, the difference between FY23 and then for you need the next year, not the last year. Okay, so similarly to mm, the FY24 and 25, and then FY25 you don't have you can do the FY26 here also. Okay, there's no big deal. Then later you have to change here to the FY26, but I will put XX here, meaning that we don't care about this item. So later we can get rid of those guys. Okay, so that's the first step. Let me return the second step, and then this one is just the scale in the minor scale, one measure scale, and then minor scale in between between the 2 years. So you have different in price, different in volume, and then different in the mixture of both. And then the measure scale is just like to get there to to hold the year-on-year total. Okay, so let us do the number three, and then see how it goes in this case. So this one is the combination. The generate O here is just to the generation of the combination of the step 1 and step 2. So you have the whole thing here, and then you have to exclude the XX in here. So let me first uh, just split this one into two step, and then return step 3 uh, 3. Okay, and then oh, anyways, I just 3A and 3B. Okay, and then 3B, and then step 3A. Okay, so you can see here, actually until here, FY25, and then we don't need those price volumes and mix anymore. We only need to FY25, this one, the measure scale of FY25, and then FY24, and then sorry, this one, and this one here. So the three of them, and then we need the 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 minor scales by volume in between the two, and then this one between the two as well. Okay, so moving to the B, then the only difference between A and B is just we remove the unwanted component between the two. And then the last one will be step 4, which is the full scale of the waterfall chart. And then in this case, we have the long labels here and the short label here. So the long one, the short one is supposed to be displayed in the chart, and this one is for sorting only, because you can see here the order is quite nice already. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then go to FY24, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then go to FY25. Okay, so moving to the chart here, you can see if I put this one, the current sorry, not the current, the short uh, mm, axis here, you can see the nice thing already. So in I said, and then you sort this one by the FY long, and then it give you the price and the volume and the mix. Okay, and then you can turn this one into the bar chart, and then actually, if you turn it to the bar chart at the moment, it doesn't show anything because you don't have the value on it. And let me make a new measure, which is waterfall in this case, and I do 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Okay, so I just put random value in here to show you how it works first, and then later I fix the formula. Okay, so this one you can see the price, the volume, and the mix, FY24 and the mix. You can title here, and then you return, you get rid of the X, and then get rid of the Y here. So it give you a cleaner view of the waterfall chart. Mm. And then if you want to, you can just put the type in the legend here to split the measure, the measure total here, and then the minor one. Actually, the minor one, you don't need to color it, but anyways, we have the labels in here already, so you don't need to color, but we give it color anyway. Now the next one, I think the next one I need to break it into the next video.